Hi, here's the project. Actually over here. So this is the shower. It's rough. When I turn the water on here, the water pressure is pathetic. If I move this out of the way, you might notice that there's leakage in there. Not great. There's mold everywhere. This place is crazy. I've cleaned this up once, never got better. That's gross. Whole thing's discolored, small. This wall goes all the way out to here. I didn't use that space. And this section of wall, completely empty. I've punched a hole in here. There's nothing inside of here. It's just empty there. So the plan is take that out, expand the shower out about here, take all of this out, retile it with something new, put some new plumbing. We'll have to move this over, recenter it with everything, put a new drain in, some kind of a bench here, build in a shelf, maybe two. Get some new sliding doors that are not so crummy and cheap. These ones kind of fall apart just by touching them. But that's the plan. I've never really done anything like this before. I'm pretty sure I know how to take down drywall, but doing the plumbing or trying to level the floor, or where I take out the wall, I'm going to have to patch up the ceiling above that area. So, hey Elijah. So we'll see how it all goes. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm looking forward to the challenge. Hopefully it goes well. I'll keep you updated. They say when doing a project, it's good to get your kids involved. Go ahead, Elijah. Harder! How hard can you do it?
This hard. 1, 2, 3, go!
Ready? Damage. First damage. Okay, go ahead. Ready?
Yeah. Gonna look at it. What did you draw on that?
Anybody remember that reference? Say hi.
Hi, camera.
Look in there.
Hi, camera.
Alright, now that we got the drywall off, we can see in here better than ever. There's a pipe here. I believe this to be the air vent pipe for the shower. So I will have to be moving that from this side into the stud. There's an outlet here. This is for the washer and dryer on the other side of the wall. I don't see that needing to move. I may need to move this wire a little bit to the side. I am intending to put some shelving in this area here that will be inside the shower eventually. That's really all that's in here. Can you take a look in there and tell me if we did a good job so far? What do you think about it?
We did a good job so far.
I believe you're the first human being to go in there since the house has been built. Say bye!
Bye. Bye.
this wall comes down, we're just gonna take the tile off that wall. This is ridiculous. I was just unscrewing the shower head from up here, and the head of the shower fell down off the thing. This could have easily happened in any normal shower. The shower head fell off. This was still attached, and it fell off, and it hit the soap holder, and it broke it. Wow. Oh boy.
We'll have that.
I got it. What happens if you hang on this? Looks like someone was doing some calculations here. Anybody know what green means? Alright, there's the status. Think we'll take a little break till next time. Recently, I had low water pressure here. Not as low as you saw before, but I had low water pressure. In one of my attempts to fix it, I pulled out this part in here called a cartridge, which has some rubber seals. And when I pulled that out, the rubber seals were just broken, degraded. And I suspect a piece of rubber fell into one of the pipes, maybe the down one. And when I put the new cartridge in with new seals, I suspect that locked in a piece of rubber, and that's why it was so atrociously bad, as we saw before. But at this point, I don't really care. I want to replace all this anyway, so I'm not even really going to investigate that until much later when I cut the actual piping out. For now, I'm going to take off this so that I can get all this tile off of here. So here we go. Let's put this back on here so that we can make sure that we can control the water. Whoever originally put this in here, it's pathetic. This thing moves like crazy. It's not even attached in here. Just another example of the bad work that they did when they built this. I'm really curious what it looks like behind this thing, but I'm going to start from the top and work my way down. Some of these are taking off some pretty deep chunks of drywall. I didn't really expect that. I'm not totally sure what to do about that yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Now you might wonder with all this sharp pieces flying around if I've gotten any injuries from any of this, and I got a few scratches here and there on my knuckles and stuff, but whoop, don't look at that. Nothing really problem here. We're getting to the point of interest here where we'll be able to see how big of a hole they made behind this and just how they handled this. Look at that. Nice round hole in there. You can see in here, There's one. It appears to go across. But that is just not attached to anything. It's just free floating in there. Last few down here. No good angle. Surprisingly, no water damage. That's good news. As I continue tearing these tiles off the wall, I'm running out of place to stand. So many tiles. Now you may be wondering why I've left these doors on here for all this work. And that was an attempt to keep the dust contained while I do work. Your next question may be, did it work? And to that I say, I'm busy. I gotta go work on something else. Well, that's it for this one. I'm just gonna be cleaning up now. Imagine this is pretty boring to watch cleaning up. But that's all this is gonna be for the rest. In real time. Just me picking this stuff up. So just, you can go ahead and exit the video now. Not sure why you're still watching. Just picking these up. You think I'm going to show you a surprise at the end or something nice? Wait, what could I even show you? Sneak peek of the next video? Haven't even started filming that. You're still here. I told you, I'm just, oh fine. Hi Catherine. Hi Catherine. Hi. Hello Catherine. Hello Catherine. Hi. Well, as I'm finishing up removing these panels, it's becoming obvious to me that I'm going to have to replace this drywall. Some of these holes are really big. This is all the way through actually, and where the handle is, a big hole there that's not the final place. So that's okay. Drywall's not that expensive, not that hard to put up. Amazingly, still no water damage in here. So it turns out if you look here and say, kind of looks like there might be a screw there, you just go at it. It'll just come right out. Kind of looks like one right there. Sure enough. Just go ahead and close this door. I hate this thing. So here's how they sealed the pipe to the ceiling. And the guy who did it was so proud of the job that he did, he even signed his name up here. Plato. Good job, Plato. Good job. Something interesting here. The normal roof, drywall, but in this area, there's plywood. Seems to be cut to exactly fit in this area. I believe there's either a screw or a nail at about 3 places here. But when I've pushed up on this, it's pretty well supported, so I don't really know what this is. Gonna have to investigate that a little more. Now you may be asking yourself, does he have any idea what he's doing? I direct you back to episode 1. I've never really done anything like this before. I don't really know what to expect. You may be asking yourself, why didn't he look up any of this stuff beforehand? Doesn't he know that's particle board and not plywood? Doesn't he have a wife and family to take care of? How does he have time for this? Is he in completely over his head? To that I answer that I am up here in the attic, so in a way, yes, I am sort of over my head. I came up here to look at this area. I can see that the pipe comes up here. That piece of plywood, I guess, is right over there, but there's no sign of it, which I think tells me that just above the plywood should be drywall. Very unusual situation they've done here. A little more investigation seems to show a nail here and here, along with the 3 that I already found over here. And I think there is no drywall above this. So I'll have to be careful about insulation falling on my head when I open this up. I'm coming, what? What the? Where are you going? Hey! Thanks for watching. Straighten up this towel in here. Can't wait to get rid of this thing. Why, good afternoon. Welcome to my next update. Well, this Christmas, Elijah got some tools for Christmas. He got a hammer and a saw, and he really liked them. He asked, "Daddy, could we please go break your shower?" And as a father, how could I say no? So we went upstairs to work on the shower. What you doing?
Not working. I guess it's working.
Ciao. Well, after he worked on it for a little bit, it became apparent that his tools weren't really quite as strong as Daddy's tools. So, he ran off to play something else, leaving Daddy with all the work to do. So here's what we got. This is a little loose up here, and that contributes to the looseness of the whole system. This is all loose because that's not attached to anything. This looks like a brace because the hole's close to the edge and they didn't want it to break through. And you get down there and not much to say. I don't see any water damage down there. It looks fine. I did notice there's another pipe here, which is a drain pipe, an air vent pipe. So, rather than having to move this pipe into the other wall, maybe I could simply tie this drain pipe into that drain pipe, and save myself a little extra work. So I'll have to look into that, see if that's possible, but seems like a good option. This says green. I think this is a note to remind the builders to put in green board, because it's also here and it's also here. Under further inspection, there's already a hole drilled down there, as if they intended originally to route the pipe up that way anyway. So we'll look at this some more later. You can see a little better now how poorly this is attached here. Just nails kind of popping out. Whoever did this was so proud of the work that he did. He put his name right up here. What does that say? Uncle Tom, I don't see 2 little screws. Now on the other side of this wall is where the tub hooks in here. That's the control for the tub. Don't plan to be messing with that. One good thing is, while the shower has had terrible water pressure, the tub has always had good water pressure. So even if I just replace the stuff to the shower, I know I'm going to capture whatever has the bad water pressure, because it all comes from the same source. So I'm going to clean this mess up, but this is basically where I'm stopping for today. Thanks for watching. It's nice that the shower turned out well so far, making good progress, and maybe we'll get Elijah helping more and more next time. Right, Elijah?
Yeah, right.
Alright, let's see if he can get all this junk. Bags of tile and everything else. It gets pretty darn heavy. He's getting it. I don't think he's happy about it though. These doors are bad. I'm so excited to be rid of these doors. Don't worry about that. Yes. Thank you.
Gonna go down.
Look at that.
What was that?
Removing the last bit of tile here. One tiny little piece of tile left down there. There it goes. There it goes. Gone. Now I know I need to remove this wall, but I want to keep this one. And I know there's a piece of metal that runs down the corner here. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to tear this out without messing that up. So maybe the way to do this is to go ahead and pull that metal corner out and just replace that when I put the new piece in that goes over it. Oh shoot! We got it! Now that it's removed, we can see that this didn't just say one word, but I think it's a whole sentence. Okay, so this is the bathtub one on the other side, and you can see two screws here that hold this to the wall. These two screws are here and here, and they pull on this, which pulls this against the drywall. So it sandwiches the drywall between that plate and the pipe. And I expect on the shower they were intending the same thing, but the screws were never tightened down enough for that to happen. So if I would have tightened the screws all the way and drawn it all the way until the pipe was pressed against the drywall, then this may not have been so loose in the shower. But why would you keep tightening a pipe when you think you're just bending it? Not a great design. So on this side there's a pretty clear distinction where to take off the drywall to. Just come all the way to the corner. So the question is, on this side, how far does it go? The drywall that's up here, I don't think it's green board. It just looks like standard drywall to me. So it seems like I want to remove a big chunk of this and include that in the cement board, the Hurdy backer. So I think my plan is going to be to cut this back until it's right even with the edge of this stud here, and then I'll probably just take down one of these studs or something and put it right in here, immediately next to that one, so I have something to connect the Hurdy backer to. You may not be able to see this on the camera, but I've already marked a line down here where this needs to be cut. So we'll see if I can freehand this. I will take it. Let's see if the lower half's ready to come down. Oh, look, it was 2 separate pieces. Cool. So I've got this cleaned up, except for the trim down here. Don't know exactly how long that's going to need to be yet. One thing of interest is in here I do have an electrical box that goes to the washer on the other side, and a wire that goes down to it. So I can't put a 2x4 flat against this piece, but I could put one kind of this way. There's plenty of space there for that, for it to go this way. I watched one video about how to remove these, and what it said is that the pan just has a press fit to the drain pipe. So I can pull this out, that's easy. And there's this black ring here, which is the seal, and that is supposedly what is holding it all together. So I don't think that I'm just going to be able to pull this out. It sounds like that's not what you do, but I'll give it a try for the sake of it anyway. This isn't that bad, actually. This might go. If I can get in there and get a grip on it. Seems to be pulling the drain pipe with it a bit. Now the recommendation I saw was to drill a whole bunch of holes in it to loosen it up, and then you can pull it out. But mine is already so degraded that I didn't need to do that, and I got it out. So now there really shouldn't be anything at all that's holding this tub in place. I think I should just be able to pull it out. Can't believe I'm doing this already. This feels crazy. This feels like a really, really major step. I have no idea what's underneath this. I guess here we go. Just lifting up pretty easy. It's a little tight in there. Wedged in, I believe. Okay, outside the wedge. It's heavier than I thought, but wow, there you go. It looks like this hole is filled with insulation or something. Oh, it's fallen down in. I don't know what that's about. We'll learn more about that as we get to it. Really no water damage, looking pretty good. So here is where we end for today. I believe all the drywall is down. We got that bottom tub out, the basin. We are down to just studs. I'm thinking next time I'll probably be taking out this square area, or this blocked off area here, trying to open that up, and preparing the walls a little more. And then it'll be time to open up the floor and start working on where the new drain's gonna go, and putting in plumbing to run up where I want the new shower head, or heads. There might be 2 shower heads where those are gonna go. So as always, thanks for watching. Go hammer it, Jacob. Yeah. Very good. I could cut all these boards in half, but I kind of want to save them at full length in case I want to reuse them. So I'm going to see if I can saw through the nails. Whoops.
Coming down.
Up here, you can see that there is some wood here, and there's something here, but if I reach just beyond inside of there, I can feel that there is indeed insulation right above this piece. So I have to be a little careful when that comes down. Not to mention I have to remove the whole ceiling so that I can finish this all nicely. Sawing through a bunch of nails is really hard, but I need to get through this, and I'm really tired. But I don't have another saw that can get close enough to this pipe, so I guess we're going by hand again. Yay! Ah, yeah! I'll save one of these pieces of lumber to put over here, where I said I want to put a stud to help hold up the cement board. So save that there for later. And there we are. You can now see the full extent of the size that the shower should end up being when it's done. Awesome! Thanks for watching. The stud finder is not doing a very good job of finding studs through the 1-inch plywood. So I'm going to have to try a little bit more of a piecemeal method here. So I need to cut across here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to nail this board down so I can use it as a straight edge to guide my circular saw blade. Well, the floor is up. The camera died on me, so you didn't get to see all how it happened, but you can see that it is up now. I'm going to have to move the drain pipe over here somewhere. It looks like this vent pipe, I don't know what this connects to, but it kind of goes down in here. It seems to go down into the kitchen below. So I think I'm going to end up having to move this pipe into this wall after all. And then I'll have to figure out a way to put a new floor on here. But that will all be saved for next time. I guess I'm finally going to have to start spending actual money on this project. Thanks for watching. See you next time. I'm going to remove this. In its place, I'm going to put in this. I don't know what's going to come out of here when I cut this open. It's connected directly to the drain for the toilet, so hopefully nothing too gross comes out. There's a little bit of a smell, but there doesn't seem to be any problems. Ugh. Well, that was easy. So my plan is to put a second shower head somewhere in this region. So I'm going to need to route water lines through here, up here, over for shower area. I also plan to move this pipe into the wall here. I don't think those two are going to be too much of a problem, but this guy right here bothers me a lot. I don't think he should be in this area. I also want to put a shelf in this area. So my plan is to take this box and move it here. To do that, I think it's about time to open up the ceiling. Seems like a high chance of insulation falling onto my face, so I'm gonna wear a little mask here. I didn't expect this to happen.
What do you mean, Dad?
Well, I'm gonna see if I can get this out of here. Yes!
We'll say yes.
We get to take this one off of here. And if we're lucky, it'll go right in there.
Catherine need a car.
Well, she's a little baby. She doesn't know how to talk yet. And now the electrical box has been moved over. Now it's time to move this pipe to here. This got spilled into the tub I was using, and this happened. And now the floor is permanently stained. Well, I skipped a lot of the pain and difficulty that I went through, but it is now in here and all hooked up as it needs to be. And now the pipe is moved out of the way, the electric box is moved over, and the drain is moved over. 3 more steps in the right direction. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to get hot and cold water from over here, down, up, and then I'm gonna put the new faucet on this side. Look, I drilled some holes. Another hole. Look, one there, and one there. I cut this to the right length. That'll go this way into that hole. Measure. Cut. Sand it. Prep it. Glue it. Install it. This long one has to go all the way down in here. Okay. Yes! So this one will connect to here, and then it'll come over here to the hot water. This one will connect here to the cold water. What are you working on, Elijah?
Working on this.
Putting those together?
Yeah. So.
Right in your toolbox. Some stuff arrived. So there you go. This side is all hooked up, ready to go. Obviously it's not hooked in over here yet. Later I will have to actually connect them into the water line. But this is the status for now. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm going to be doing an experiment now. Ready? Go. Start. Right about there. about 17 seconds. This is the tub faucet, just on the other side of our shower. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds. Okay, this is the kids' shower now. Start. Stop. About 10 seconds. Water main off.
It's not going well.
What do I have to check?
Like,
Water on. Well, this is what's inside the pipe that was causing low water pressure. I know it's really hard to see in here, but it's some kind of really huge mineral backup inside this pipe. Gross. Hey boys, what you working on?
this.
Alright, got this installed. And that on. And on the other side of the shower too.
Okay, this side is broken, so, we're gonna have to, like, I don't know, like, hammer it off or what? I don't know.
Water main off. Now it's time to hook the new pipes to the water lines. I guess, give it a flick.
Turning now. Done.
I don't see leakage yet. I see leakage.
You want me to turn it off?
Yeah. Okay, I've done some repairs. Hopefully it works this time. Aunt Juanita doesn't know this yet, but if this doesn't work, we're moving in with her.
Here goes. Done.
This time there's no leaks. I think we've achieved success here. Woohoo! Okay, we gotta do the experiment again with the new place. Ready, set, go. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. About 4 seconds. And on the other side, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Now we'll try both together. Go ahead. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. About 4.5 seconds. That's great. Alright, lots of good stuff done today. I'm really glad to have the water all hooked up and working. Maybe next time will be the floor. Thanks for watching. Today, I'm gonna put in the floor. One problem that I have is that the floor won't be supported over here because the joist is back there. So I've got a plan to build something out here to fix that problem. Okay, so the plan is, first, this one goes here. Then this one will go in next, and this is the one that my floorboard can actually rest on. Seems to me there's a small chance of some sagging here, so I'm going to put some screws downwards to hold this in place also. What are you working on over here?
So I'm planning to make it like
Okay, I'm going to drill a hole in here that will eventually line up with the drain. Right now the board isn't in properly, obviously. The proper proportions marked up here. I'm getting this lined up. Great. This drain has a bevel on it right here. So the goal is going to be to put a bevel around here to meet this so that the top of this is flush with the top of the board. Okay, let's see how it fits in there. Oh, just below the surface. The next step is to glue this floor in. This is what I'm using, and I'm probably just going to use this up because I don't know if there's such thing as too much glue. Alright, perfect. That was all of it. Now I need to bring the floor in. And we're going to put screws in all over the place here, and the studs line right up with here. Okay, so I just finished putting this in. I had to glue it down to the pipe below. I think that's the last time using these for this project. And I put some screws in here to just hold it down to the thing. So pretty much done here for the floor. There's a couple more pieces of the drain that I can put in here temporarily. Thanks for watching.
Welcome.
It's time to replace the ceiling! Today, I'm an electrician. So I got the power off. I ran a cord from the other room so I could get my shop light in here. And now the trick's going to be figuring out how to get this thing out of here. That was a bad idea. Back in the attic. I think my wires need to go right here. Okay, got the new wire through from above. It was very hard to get this all hooked up. I really hope it stays as I push this all back in here. Alright. I'm going to temporarily put up this board to hold the drywall so I can attempt this as a one-man job. In there. And with that screwed up there, I can now take down this temporary board. And be able to plug in our new light. And this should just be able to push right up in there. 1, 2, 3. Look at that! Light switch. Cool! Okay, now I'm gonna attempt to get all this insulation back in here. Okay, one more step done on the road to a new shower. Thanks for watching. Okay, Catherine, all ready for some work? Uh-oh. Okay, well, since last time you were here, I added some boards around the sides. This will help contain the concrete. And then these boards aren't nailed down yet, but this will be like the shower curb that the shower door will sit on. Put some tape over the drain so that nothing would fall down in there as I'm working this. It's nice to have some decent help around here finally. Thanks, Catherine. Just rolling out some tar paper here to keep the concrete from sinking down into the wood. This just protects the wood, protects the concrete from each other. Good job! Okay, Elijah and I just put in these pieces of wood and some vertical ones. How'd we do, Elijah?
Good. All them are strong.
Alright, good work, buddy. I'm measuring stuff out, gonna make some changes here to fit some shelves in. Okay, there's now a bend in the pipe to avoid where I'm gonna put this shelf in. This wall runs perpendicular to the floorboard, so I know that it's not a structural wall, but I'm still very uncomfortable with what I'm about to do. But if I don't do it, who will? I did it! Alright, Dad, whose stud cut looks better? Mine or yours? I want to make sure that this lower shelf has an angle to it, so I'm going to put some washers behind the back screw to make sure that happens. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh!
Daddy, if you need me, I'll be in the lab.
In the lamp?
In the lab.
In the lab?
Oh yeah, my lab.
We have a lab?
So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure, and we're gonna need a sign about this. So a wall can be right there.
Alright, I got this shelf ready to go, and I put in this piece so I can support my next shelf up here. These pieces will be the next shelf. Now I made this, and I'm going to pick it up and stick it right on here, shove it in there, and now it's fully screwed in place. All done for today! Hey everybody! Today it's time to put in the mortar mix concrete, the pre-slope that goes down here. I'm using this Quickcrete. It's this sand topping mix. And I'm nervous because I gotta mix this thing just right, the right consistency such that it's still dry but it also sticks together. So here we go. I think I've reached about the right consistency here. I've got uniform color. Everything's got as is wet, but you know, nothing's dripping out of it. I can make a little ball and it kind of sticks together, so I'm gonna go with this. Now I'm gonna try to deal with this by starting to make a rim around the outside edge. Got most of the border in. Time for another bag. I made this batch a little wetter than last time, but I think it's good. The recommended slope is 1/4 inch per foot minimum, and I've got 1.5 inches around the edges, and I'm going to slope down over this is about 3 feet to here, so even if I drop it down to about 1/2 inch at the center, that'll still give me close to a 1/2 inch per foot of slope. Just a stick, sharp edge on it. Alright, it's getting closer. Still some rough spots, still not totally even, but I'll keep working it. This has a really nice smooth finish now, nice gentle taper all the way across, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. In the next video I'll be able to install the rubber shower pan liner, which will just go on top of this and come up all the edges. And then hopefully I can start doing some work on building up the curb here. Thanks for watching. Ugh. Guess I have to clean all this up. Time to get this off. It worked. Well, we're gonna have to find it. Now we make slits just big enough to try to get these bolts through. Then this goes on. Yeah. Alright. Now I'm going to start screwing this in to the studs as high as possible. Getting this very far away from where water will actually be sitting. Hey Jacob, you got another one for me?
Yeah, I'm in here. Here you go, Daddy.
Thanks, buddy.
You need no screw, Daddy?
I sure do.
Here you go, Daddy. You need no screw?
I do need another screw.
So what we're going to do here is, I need to drill, but I'm going to hammer a little. And when I was programmed, you will it. If you want to see the back, the other side, I got a seat over.
Liner installed. I cut this out before from a larger sheet, and I'm going to try to bend it to the right shape for my shower curb. And I'm going to use this to help me. Starting to bend it.
No, not tracks. Hey, hold on.
I gotta be careful not to poke a hole in this liner as I put this on here. There we go, and this will support the concrete when I start to make the shower curb. Today I will make the concrete for my shower curb. And this is looking good. Using this to help make it really flat on this side. I've been putting a slight tape around the top so water would roll down into the shower instead of out. So yeah, there's my completed shower curb. Gonna let that go ahead and dry now. It's been a few days since I poured the shower curb and now it's dry. The next thing I'm going to do is start working on pouring the floor. But before I do that, I need to add some gravel around here. This will be in case the water runs down here and it wants to get into the drain. There's little drain holes there. It will be able to do so. If I were to just fill this with concrete, it wouldn't be able to drain so easily. So I'm just going to pack some gravel right in here to allow this to drain. I've marked a line around the edge for the height that I want the concrete to go in this area. I'll just be mixing up this concrete the same way as I've done all the rest. It's looking good here. Same kind of stuff as the lower level now. Nice even border going in here. Now I just need to work this flat and even down to the drain. As I come down the grade here, I have to leave a little space at the bottom because the tile needs to go in, and I don't want the tile to be higher or that much higher than the drain itself. Really starting to get close here now. So now I need to let this dry, and the next step will be putting up the cement board. Thanks for watching. More cleanup to do. Hey boys, are we gonna put up the walls today? Yeah! Yeah! This is called backer board, cement board, party backer. I guess it has a lot of names.
Road. How about we call it Giant Summit? I'm coming up now.
Now I got this fancy cut piece that should fit right there. Ta-da! Now I have to make sure to not put any screws in too low or it'll go through my membrane. Keep them up a little higher here. Okay, one wall. Look at this wall. What do you think?
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. And let's see if this piece fits. And so now that's a second wall in place. Cool. I now have backer board on all the walls here. Next step is going to be to come in with some mortar, some tape, fill in all the cracks between all the pieces of cement board. This stuff turned out to be really nasty to cut. It just destroys blades, whether it was my razor blade that I would cut long strips with. It would just dull it immediately. Saws, it would just take the blade, the sharp edges off. But in the end I got there, and I'm glad that I don't have to cut any more of these boards. I continue to be real happy with progress here, and thanks for watching. Wiping down the walls will make sure that everything will stick. I gotta put this metal corner piece in here to protect the wall corners. Okay, now the plan with this stuff is to tape over every joint, and then I'll come back over it with mortar, and that's how we will put it all together. Nothing has to be perfectly flat here because it all gets covered with tile in a little bit anyway. And there it is with tape all over the seams. I'm going to cover up all these screws with some mud so that this gets ready for painting. There's some other little imperfections up here I'm going to cover up too. I put some up here to try to cover where some of the ceiling mud had been taken away. That's a nice first application there. First coat on this corner edge done. Looking good. I let this dry for more than a day, and it's all cracked all the way down now because it was so thick that when it dried out, that's just what we got. But that's okay. I was planning to do a few more layers here anyway. Now I'm working in my third layer of this. Time to paint. Okay, I got 3 coats of paint on each of these, and now I'm moving on to the ceiling. First coat of paint on the ceiling completed. Just finishing up the second coat of paint on. Okay, I've got 3 coats of paint on the ceiling now. Once I finish tiling, I'm going to go ahead and stick this piece up here. This will help separate the 2 ceiling areas. Finally, it's time to get some mortar on these joints. Well, that about does it for today. And next time I will be waterproofing the walls, and then maybe I'll have a chance to start building the bench in the corner. Thanks for watching.
Today I'm going to waterproof the shower walls. I'm going to use aqua defense green. Okay, then. Now you do the rest.
Alright, good job, bud. That's the first coat of this stuff on here. And now I just need to do a second coat. And now the second coat is done. Now to finish off this waterproof thing, I'm going to put some caulk around the bottom here. Now that it's waterproofed around the edges, I'm going to start working on the bench that I'm going to put in the corner. I'm going to be building this bench in the corner. It's intentionally inside of the waterproof area so that if there's ever any failure of the bench, there won't be any leakage outside of the shower area. It'll just all be contained. I don't really know how much of this to put on here, so I'm just kind of going for it. First one set. There you have it. The cedar bench is in place. This means that the next step is tiling the floor. Woo! Thanks for watching. Bye, boys.
Bye.
And now we can get some real work done. So here's the plan for tiling. I've just been laying it down. It's not attached yet or anything. And then I'll start cutting the smaller pieces so that I fit everything to just the size it needs to be. You can kind of see the drain is right through here. I'm going to start by cutting out the tile around the drain and then see if I can fit everything around there. Okay. Then I can take this over here and put the drain on top of it and mark exactly where I want this to be cut. This is how they come. Take the paper off, and this one I'm actually going to cut into individual pieces. Hopefully these fit right like this. Let's see if they fit. Pretty darn good fit. And this one fits right into here. Perfect. Okay, I've now cut every piece for the floor. It looks like it's all going to fit nicely. And now I'm going to have to start mixing up some mortar to put underneath. I'm going to mix up some more mortar. I'm going to be putting some of these tiles in the back here, and I want to start with this. And now I'm going to press it up and down to really work it in. Now I have to pull all this back off of here in order to prep the floor. I know I want to start near the drain because everything is centered around that. Okay, got both of these in, and I've got the floor down. This is where I'm going to stop the video today. Thank you for watching. Welcome home, boys! What do you think? Is that cool?
Yeah. Yes.
Today I'm planning to start tiling this wall. Mortar, trowel with 1/2-inch grooves, just right for these really large tiles. When you put some on the back, they call it back buttering. You've seen me use the tile saw before, so I just want to cut this one. But that's gonna go right there. I haven't been recording as much today because my hands have been so dirty from working with this stuff. It just would be so much more difficult to mess with the camera at the same time. And also, honestly, I'm just kind of trying to crank through this, and working with the camera is just another thing that I gotta do. So here's the progress I've made so far. Got about 2.5 rows up. Things have all been leveled each layer at a time. It's going well. Now a few more tiles up, and more progress. Tiles are cleaned up.
What do you play?
And now this wall is fully tiled from bottom to top. Once I'm done with all the tiling, I'll come back and grout the seams. But so far so good. Doing some work on these shelves now. Got that in. And now I've got 4 sides on this one. Got some unusually shaped pieces here to put up today. Check out this ridiculous piece. Then I've got this funny little guy going in right here. Here goes the craziest piece yet. Here we go. A little more. And now I've got all the tiles up on this wall. Yes! Thanks for watching! It's time to do the third wall. Some more tiles up. Hope it fits. Yeah. Last one on the wall. Third wall fully tiled. I get to take my fancy angles here, and they're gonna go right on here. Here it comes. Oh yeah. And now I got the bench tiled. Last tile. And now all the tile is in. The next job will be to get some grout in all of the seams between the tiles. And then I can finish up with the hardware. Almost done. Thanks for watching. Today I'm gonna figure out how to grout my shower. Step 1, clean it. Step 2, 2 quarts of water for this whole bag. Mix it in, stir it, put it on, wipe it off, wait. Wipe it off some more, wipe it off some more, wipe it off some more. Don't stand on it for a day. Put some water in. Now I'm gonna mix it. Okay, got a bunch of stuff on here. This well's looking pretty covered. Finish that one up. And down to the bottom. All the grout's put on. And now I gotta clean all this up. It's getting cleaner. This wall is mostly clean. Hi! It's been a few days. Cleanup's not going so well. I tried to do most of it in one day, but I left the floor for the next day, and now I'm regretting it. Alright, this is what we're gonna try. Hopefully this takes care of it. Put about an hour into it. This stuff basically didn't work for me at all, so I decided to try something else, a little stronger. Yup. And I used a paper towel, and you can see exactly where I laid the paper towel. I think it's working. Paper towel. And we'll let this sit here for 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. Now that I've got the grout and the tiles completely cleaned up and ready to go, it's time to seal the grout. For that, I'm going to use tile, stone, and grout sealer. Come in. With 2 coats of sealer on the grout, I am now ready to move on to Caulking the corners. I've got this strip I'm going to put up to mark the transition from the textured ceiling to the non-textured ceiling. And now everything is grouted, caulked, sealed, ceiling strip is on there, and all that's left is to put up the hardware and the door. We are real close now. Thanks for watching. Let's finish the shower up.
Yeah!
Can you put this on there?
This?
Yes.
Okay, and then put it out. Like a kind of volcano.
Look at that! Okay, now put it on. You need to twist a little, and I think it's on. Sweet! Yep, just like that. Let's get it on in there.
Screws?
Yes, one's gonna go about here, and the other screw needs to go right about here. Yeah, right like that. You can twist it a little to make it go on. Just like this, okay?
This?
Yeah, but you do it.
Yeah.
That's how it goes on. This goes onto here. Okay?
Okay.
There. Can you do one? Yeah. That's it. You're good. This is what makes it seal. Start turning it. Now I got some shower heads to get out. Okay, screw this on.
Okay.
Let's check these and see if they work.
Oh.
And now the shower heads are both on and working. Alright, this is for the shower door. And this is going to go here. Here. Now I'll do the same thing on this side. Okay, I'm going to add a little water this time to keep things a little cooler. Now I should be able to push these anchors right into the holes I just drilled. Good. This side too. And now I'll start screwing these in. And of course the other one goes here on the other side. Then I gotta install one of these things on each side. Now this piece is gonna go across the bottom, but it's a bit too long, which is great because I can cut it down to exactly the size I want it to be. Now this gets put in just like this. This piece will go across the top, also currently a bit oversized. Here comes the door. Now these. The last thing is to caulk every edge of this. Finish the caulk, and with that, the shower is done. It took me about 6 months to do all the work. Cost about $2,500, but it looks pretty good. I'll show you here. In here, ta-da! A brand new shower. Totally complete now. I'm so happy to be done. I think it looks so good. Thank you for watching all this time. Yeah!